welcome back to another adventure, guys. In this adventure, we actually gonna let the teenagers or preteen, not you, kind of like guide you through, so that way they could talk to your teenagers, your kids, in regards to what is the best recommendations for rides and the best things to do in order to avoid lines and things like that. So in this video, Kyla and Kalel will be sharing all their experiences here in Island of Adventures, so that way when you guys come here with your teenagers, you could actually have a more enjoyable time versus the regular teenager attitude.
Bruh.
But before we move forward, there's one thing we gotta do. If you happen to be brand new around here, hi, welcome to Cool Case Adventures, where our main mission is to help you have fun when you come here to Universal Studios or any theme park here in Florida. With that said, become part of this family by simply, and also
by smashing that like button.
If we're sharing any valuable content with you. Kids, are you ready?
Yes.
Mom, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Awesome, because I am. So what are we waiting on?
So let's go. But wait, Mom, hit me.
Mom, hit it!
Yay!
All right, familia. So, like I mentioned before, this is Kyla and Kalel's turn to talk to you parents and also make recommendations to other kids or teenagers, people, kids their ages. In case you don't know, Kalel happens to be almost 12. Kyla just turned 14. So, if you have kids those ages or any kids that are kind of mature that can listen to these advices, make sure you have them watch these videos with you. But before we do that, make sure we hit that like button as well, right? So what would be the first recommendation that you want to give to parents and to the kids?
I would say to wake up early and come to the park early.
Wake up early and come to the park early, okay. By waking up to the park early and coming in early, do you mean early access?
Yes, and I know it's difficult for us, especially to wake up early in the morning. But if you want to ride the most popular rides without waiting like a 3-hour wait, just do it.
Early access for today happens to be at what time?
8.
Okay, well, here's a pro tip. At what time did they actually open the park?
At 7:45.
7:45, the gates open. Now, those are people that have early access. Now, Kyla, everybody else come at what time?
9.
9 o'clock. So follow us up to that point, because at 8 o'clock by early access, like we mentioned, which people can do early access, Karen?
The guests that are staying in the resort and pass holders.
Some of the pass holder, because if you're a seasonal pass holder, I don't think that you can get early access. And very important, people that have booked through a travel agent. If you have booked through a travel agency, you will get early access. And talking about travel agency, who can help you with that?
Cool Case Adventure.
That's it, guys, because we happen to be travel agents ourselves. So if you need information, make sure you send us an email at under coolcaseadventure@gmail.com. We're going to put it somewhere over there. So it's very important, guys, to and you're gonna hear this on and on and on. Early access happens to be the key of all this. So now the kids are gonna start showing you the must do right. So parents, you got teenagers, this is where you really wanna listen to. Where would your kids wanna go for? What do they wanna do around Island of Adventures? Because at the end of the day, I know, even as adults, we wanna do certain things, but we're here for them. You know, that's why we do things. So they're gonna help you with that. I promise you, they're gonna help you with that. So we happen to be at Hogshead at this point. What will be your first must-do ride? Hagrid's motorbike adventure.
Yes.
So is that like the most popular ride here in the park?
Yes.
Along with the Velocicoaster, and we'll get to that in a little
I would
bit.
say since it's somewhat new, Velocicoaster's second.
Right.
But this one, people come here.
People still loving Hagrid's, and Hagrid's have been lately between the 100 to 150 minutes on an average. So now, when we got here early,
They lied.
So hint. We actually opened the park. We came here early access, and we were probably one of the first few hundreds in the park. We actually walk here. Karen, you remember what? Oh, you remember how long they said?
65.
65
and Kyla
minutes.
was like, oh no, it's 65 minutes, and I'm like, no, they shot it up to scare us.
Right. So Karen has the proof because she actually timed it. So again, this is another reason why you need to continue to watch us, because every time that we do rides, we time it. So
And don't get scared. Like if you come really early, don't get scared of the time because they're shooting it up to scare people.
So after we did the line, because we did the early access, Karen, rather show us the proof. 9 minutes and 48 seconds, and the three of you rode it and had an amazing time.
It was so fun.
They're gonna throw you off, guys. This is typical on theme parks. They do it in the morning and late evening, and they do it for the reason that they want you to kind of move to other locations so that way they don't get slammed all at once. But as you can see right behind us, people continue to make that line at this time it's
120 minutes.
So there you go.
Come early, people. This is what happens.
Early access, guys, is the key.
If you're a Harry Potter fan, there's a bunch of spells. There's a bunch of spells here you can do with your wand when you buy them, and you can do them in both parks. And there's some all over this area.
That if you buy an interactive one. It has to be interactive one. There's a whole bunch of things that you can do in this area. As you can see, you look at that dad doing it with his son. But basically, Kyla, this is a fun activity for the entire family, or if, like you mentioned, if you are a Harry Potter fan. Now, luckily for you, your Central Florida family did a video of every single locations that you could cast a spell around here in Hogsmeade. We're gonna put it somewhere
So if you're confused,
around there.
and the secret ones.
Exactly. So we're gonna put it somewhere around there so you can watch that video later. So we happen to be inside Hogshead, which is the bar inside Three Broomsticks. And what are we here for, guys?
Butterbeer.
We came here
But
for
the
butterbeer.
hot-
Kyla
hot.
wants the hot one. Kalel wants the frozen one. There you go. So if you're looking for that, you can come over here for the hot one. Especially you have to come here.
If you can go to you can go through Broomstick or come to the bar. The bar will be less of a line.
Right. And also, if you want the cold one or the frozen one, outside they sell it. Also, guys, we haven't been here in a while, so comment down below if you want us to try breakfast here at Three Broomsticks, and or you want me to try something specifically here from the bar. Comment down below and let me know if you would like to see a review, a family review on those items. We ended up ordering one of each butterbeer, and I honestly feel your day is not completed if you don't have a butterbeer and get yourself a mustache from that butterbeer.
Mustache man.
Mustache man. There you go. I feel that now that Kyla and Kalel shared their must-have, which is a butterbeer on hand, now I gotta ask this question: are you team frozen butterbeer? Are you team hot butterbeer? Or are you team cold butterbeer?
Team hot.
Comment down below. Let us know. Let us know what you prefer. Now, Kyla, we talked about casting spells.
Yes.
But you cannot cast a spell if you don't have a wand, right?
Yeah.
So what will be a place that you must visit?
All of it.
So you gotta come to Ollivander. Now, if you would have early access, you would have avoid yourself that long line because it would be a lot shorter. Now, Ollivander has the Ollivander experience where you may get selected to have that experience. We haven't experienced it ourselves.
I want to.
One of these days we will, but that's a location where you can find and see every single one accessible or available that you could purchase. If you actually pass Ollivander, you will find this card where they have certain amount of ones. They don't have every single one of them, but I always suggest come over here and check it out because sometimes there's no line at all. Now where you're watching right now is the next ride. This ride is another must ride from you
Yes.
guys.
Forbidden Journey.
All right, Forbidden Journey is not part of the early access. Only the Velocicoaster, I believe Spider-Man and Hagrid's is part of the early access here at Island of Adventure. Currently, it's sitting at a 35 minutes. We can tell you right now, that's not bad at all.
No.
However, when we came after doing Hagrid's, how long was the line?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. So how long did it take them?
18 minutes from when they went in line and got all the way back out to us. So it was 18 minutes. So
Right.
probably about
Close.
12 minutes probably.
So most likely has to be less than 15 minutes. This is basically another one that the kids recommended. And that brings us to our next attraction that is a must for the kids or for any person who loves roller coaster, which this will be what?
Velocicoaster.
The Velocicoaster. And here's where we have a little bit of a problem, guys. I got one that loves roller coaster, and I got another one that doesn't care much about coaster, and I have one that she's in the middle.
No, she's just
And
scared of cat.
and the guy behind the camera who doesn't fit. So
We have 4 problems.
so as a family, you will be encountering that problem. Might or might not, but bottom line, what you need to know is that if you were to do early access, this is one of the attractions that is accessible for early access. After we got out of Hagrid's, I checked the app and they were waiting. The wait time was 10 minutes. Now, what is the wait time currently?
60.
60 minutes.
60 minutes. I can tell you right now is 9:25, so that means that the park just open for everybody. In about half an hour to an hour, this is gonna double its time. And that's the reason why Kyla doesn't like it as much. So that's what we're saying. The early access, guys, the early access is the key. And the next ride that the kids recommend you and your teenagers to do is called what?
River Adventure.
Located here in Jurassic Park. Why do you guys recommend this one?
In Florida, it's usually hot, so it's a good water ride and it's really fun. The ride's really good. I like it.
And you guys see dinosaurs. Like, who doesn't want to see dinosaurs?
And if you are, there you go. And if you are a fan of the movie, definitely this is the ride for you.
It's a good ride.
Most likely, normally you get wet on the first 3 rows, or if you're sitting on the row 4 and 5 on the corners, you will get wet too. Not so much in the middle. The first 3 rows, definitely you will get wet.
It's a good ride also to do in the summer.
Right. If you are a huge fan of the Jurassic Park movies, this is a must, right, Karen?
That is a must. It's a nice ride. It's an awesome ride.
We also did Jurassic World in California, which is similar to this one, but adapted to the newest movie. Now we happen to be standing in front of Skull Island, Reign of Kong. This is for whatever reason, a popular ride. Right now it happens to be a 25 minutes, but trust me, later on in the day, it will go like over an hour. Now, let me ask you something. For teenagers, is this a ride that they must do?
My opinion, no.
Your opinion?
No.
So, even though this is a popular ride for whatever reason, you guys do not recommend it at all?
No.
Now, currently it's closed because they don't open until 10 in the morning. But the next ride that these kids recommend to yours is the Popeye and Bluto's barges, especially here in Florida. Why?
Because it gets really hot.
It gets really hot. Now, be warned, do you get semi-wet or do you get soaked and
You
wet?
get soaking wet.
Soaked and wet. So what it is, you go around those barges right there. If you've never done it before, they're super fun, and there's basically water going all over you. So it's super fun. We highly recommend it to you guys, especially if it's extremely hot. And now we happen to be in front of the amazing adventure of Spider-Man here on Marble Island. where the line happens to be at 45 minutes. It's currently 9:55. Remember, the park opened at 9. If we would have come earlier during the early access, probably would be a 5-minute walk on. But a lot of people say, how about express tickets? We always tell you guys, express only cuts half of the single line. So if it's 45 minutes, just do that math. It will be for you a good 20 to 25 minutes. So this is another one of the kids' favorite. Why?
Because I like Spider-Man, so.
And you like superheroes, I guess.
I like Spider-Man because it's a cool ride and I like all the effects on it.
All the effects on it. Now, can this ride make you dizzy?
Yes.
If you suffer from motion sickness and all
Yes.
that.
It's a screen and you like turn very aggressively and stuff, so.
Now also this ride has a single rider line. So if I want to basically cut that 45 minutes, I could legit send Kyla and Kalel as a single rider, and they basically gonna be in as fast, if not faster, than the express line.
Yeah.
So I just want to give you guys that recommendation. So the next ride, you actually guessed it.
The Hulk.
And why is the Hulk a must for the teenagers or kids? They can make this ride, you know, they're tall enough to ride this ride.
Because, in my opinion, it's one of the best roller coasters here.
So, in your opinion, this ride and Velocicoaster, both of them are like the best roller coaster, even in Florida.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes.
There you go. Now, Kyla is not a roller coaster fan, but she's a fan of how this thing shoots you up, which honestly
I
is.
think it's fun, but I want to be the people.
Yeah, it's probably the scarier part of the entire attraction when you get shot up by that, right?
Hola, we back.
Alrighty, guys, there you have it here from Island of Adventures. What a fun day. We actually hope we were able to help you and were able to show you the different attractions that your teenagers or kids may be interested on. So that when you come over here as a parent, you have a good time, because I get it. Let's be real. They could give you a hard time too during vacation because they don't want to do things. And that's the way of kids, you know. But that's the reason why we want to share this with you guys. So anyways, sadly this adventure has ended, and with that said, we're going to remind you to
Subscribe.
And smash that like button and that bell of notifications.
Bing, bing, bing. And feel free to comment down below. Always remember to
smile out, be great.
Be cool.
and stay awesome. See you guys next adventure.
Bye,
Bye guys.
guys.
Boom.
Boom. Boom.
See ya.